Well, the weather getting cooler and some parts of Canada already seeing snow. Maybe time to take your workouts inside.
And here with a practical guide for staying fit when you can't leave the house is health and wellness expert Sonia Jhas joins us. Sonia, nice to see you this morning.
Nice to see you as well. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Okay, some of us have ditched the gym a long time ago and we've been working outdoors, but now of course it's getting cooler, as Carolyn mentioned, so people are moving inside. As a matter of fact, I'm working out in my condo right now. I did it last night and I'm just waiting for that knock on the door from whoever lives below me. And I'm just hoping that they're not working out more than I am when they come to my door. But having said that, how can we stay positive and motivated with our routines as we take them back indoors, Sonia?
Oh, you know, as you said, there is a very crisp chill in the air now, and it's starting to get darker and darker. And so I think really the first thing we need to do is try to find motivation. And I think one of the biggest things that we sort of get confused about is this idea that motivation is just going to sort of come out of nowhere, drop into our laps, and then we're just going to stay committed. But really my suggestion is get very clear on your why. Why are you working out? Why is this important to you? Why do you need to keep up with this regime throughout the winter months? Is it because you're interested in weight loss? Is it because you just are focused on having more energy and combating the weather outside? Get clear on your why and then write it down. By your bedside, keep it in the washroom by your mirror, somewhere that you can remind yourself on a daily basis, look, I thought this was important. I wrote it down and now I'm going to stay committed to it and show up. And it's in the showing up. It's in the actual working out that translates to results, which then creates the cycle of motivation. It's actually the action that leads to motivation rather than motivation that leads to action. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I kind of do. I struggle with the motivation part of it all, so it may take me a bit. But let's get there. Let's get there because we're talking about the motivation and the why. Let's talk more about the how, because you have a few steps on how we can transition to an indoor routine or start working out altogether. And you say create a plan.
Creating a plan is key because, again, it's so easy to say, you know what, this week I'm going to work out. But in reality, when it comes to that motivation that you're talking about, it's going to be cold, it's going to be dark, children are in the way, life is in the way, and it's so easy to backtrack on that commitment. So planning it out and getting really tangible about when are these workouts actually happening? What are those time slots? What are those days? Planning ahead in terms of not only knowing what you're going to be doing during those workouts, but also as simple as what are you going to be wearing? Because let me tell you, when I'm in the mood for excuses, as simple as I can't find my sports bra will be enough to deter me from actually getting that workout in. So plan the clothes, plan the time slots, and if you're so bold, tell somebody about it, whether it's a spouse, whether it's your children, whether it's a friend. Actually connect with someone and tell them, when is this physical activity going to happen? Because I'm telling you, that is what keeps you accountable. It really adds in that layer that is often missing because it's hard to go about the journey all by yourself, don't you think?
No, absolutely, without a doubt. And you were also right. Why is it so hard to find my gym shorts, yet so easy to find the remote control for the TV? It just is not fair. It's not fair, Sonia.
It's not fair.
You say our next step is to do, if we're going to move our workouts indoors into our home, is to do a dress rehearsal. What do you mean by that?
I know it sounds a bit silly to be what is this? This isn't a show that we're putting on. However, I cannot tell you how many times I've had this idea that I'm going to do a workout in a certain place in my home, whether it's the family room or the bedroom. And I'm like, sure, this looks like it's going to be enough space for burpees, or this looks like it's going to be enough space for push-ups. And then when I'm actually doing the workout, I'm like, this wasn't the right location at all. I didn't want the carpet. It was sort of bothering my elbows when I was doing planks. You know, those small little details that can actually impact a workout from making it feel enjoyable, like it was somewhat easier, it flowed naturally, to actually making it feel like this isn't as effective as the gym. I actually didn't really like it at all. It was kind of physically painful because my surroundings weren't working. That can change the whole game. And so my suggestion really is, again, when you're looking at that plan and sort of setting yourself up for success, take 5 minutes when you're planning it all out to test out a couple of the key moves that you're going to be doing. Just make sure that your surroundings really work for what you're trying to accomplish, because again, it'll just take away a lot of that noise that seems to come up when we're exercising, telling us you don't want to be doing this, you want to be watching TV, because again, it's so easy to fall into that trap.
Let's be clear, to Jeff's point, we're just trying to eliminate all the excuses we will find. By doing that dress rehearsal, if you find that creaky part of the floor, you'll avoid it when you're actually doing the exercise, because I know I'll go, I'm out, it creaked, I can't do it.
I didn't like it. Exactly.
So now we are mentally prepared for the actual exercise. So here we go. And you say start slowly and then work your way up to full strength training workouts.
Absolutely. Now, I think it really depends on where you are in your own personal fitness life cycle. I think for a lot of people, sometimes, they want to hit it hard, they want to go heavy. And of course, we know strength training is one of the most effective ways to not only build strength, but also lose weight, depending on what your goals are. And so, I'm always an advocate for strength training. However, oftentimes what happens is we try to go too big and then we go home and then it's done. Whether it's because we lead to injury or whether it's because, we're too sore for too long and it just doesn't feel good on the body. Again, a lot of that can lead to those excuses and that mental chatter that we don't want to be coming up against. So maybe it's as simple as starting with a little bit of light yoga, some Pilates-based exercises, focusing on more body weight movement as opposed to lifting heavy objects, to really get your body into the system of moving again, really getting it used to sort of this new regime that you're going to be putting it in. And then as you feel more comfortable, not only can you layer in more workouts, but that's when you can really start to take up the intensity, whether it's that you're going to actually lift heavy things, or it's that you're going to make your exercises more plyometric, so explosive movement, taking it from, squats on your sofa to jump squats in full force. There's a whole range that you can do when it comes to physical fitness, but knowing where you're at and really thinking about scaling slowly so that this isn't just like a up and down and then we crash and we're done for the winter, I think is really the objective. We want to be in this for the long run, for the entire season.
You bet. Okay, and finally you say, Sonia, that you need to plan to always reward yourself.
That is my biggest thing. We do this with children. My daughter gets gold stars for everything. She spells something right, a gold star. She goes to the washroom, she gets a gold star. And I feel like as adults, we never apply this principle to ourselves. But life is hard enough right now. We're dealing with so many challenges. And I think something as simple as staying motivated and committed to working out, whether it's that you showed up for a 5-minute workout or a 60-minute workout at home, really deserves a pat on the back. And so that can be as simple as, personal acknowledgement, or it can be monetary. You can put a toonie in the jar every time you do a workout, set a monetary goal, and then at the end of the month, reward yourself. Or frankly, for me, what works is I have a giant calendar. I put an X on the day that I did my workout. And at the end of the month, I look at it and I say, wow, visually, I'm pretty hardcore and that feels pretty good.
Okay, I'm going to go to the dollar store and pick up some gold stars, some markers, because here we go. All right,
absolutely,
Sonia.
the way to go.
Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you. Have a great day.